Well, for more on Xi's three-nation tour, I'm joined by Flynt Leverett via Skype. He's the author of Going to Tehran and an international affairs professor at Penn State University. Welcome to our broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us, why is he visiting Iran now? What's the significance of this?
Well, I think that China has long had a developing and increasingly robust economic relationship with Iran, even under sanctions. China became the leading consumer of Iranian oil. It also became Iran's leading source of both exports and investment capital. And so even under sanctions, there's this robust economic relationship. And I think that President Xi's visit immediately after the nuclear deal has gone into formal implementation is a signal that China wants to take that economic relationship up to the next level. But China also has a strategic agenda, strategic interests at stake in Iran. I think that China has come to appreciate in recent years that there needs to be an at least minimally balanced distribution of power in the Middle East. That sort of open-ended American hegemony, open-ended American military interventions, occupations, and so forth, actually contribute more to instability in this critical part of the world than to stability. There needs to be a balance between a kind of pro-US camp in the region and a camp that, like Iran, is more interested in foreign policy independence. And I think that gives, while China has interest with a number of Middle Eastern countries, and Xi visited two of them, Egypt and Saudi Arabia, on this trip, as well as Iran, there's some special strategic interests for China in cultivating a closer relationship with Iran.
So Iran and China are signing 17 accords Saturday, including one on cooperation in nuclear energy, as you know, and the revival of the ancient Silk Road trade route, known as the China One Belt, One Road initiative, as you know. Tell us the significance behind this, and is China looking to expand even further? Will this deal help it expand even further?
Yes, I believe it will. One Belt, One Road has become, in many respects, the signature foreign policy initiative of Xi's presidency. And if you go back to its origins, it really combines two initiatives that President Xi laid out. One is a basically land-based New Silk Road economic belt, whereby China would extend its connectivity, economic connectivity from Western China across much of Eurasia. And then the second component is a maritime Silk Road for the 21st century, which basically connects China all around the Indian Ocean basin, into the Persian Gulf, into the Red Sea, and through the Suez Canal, even into the Mediterranean basin. Iran is unique among the countries that China is trying to engage in One Belt, One Road, in that its geography and other characteristics make it really central to fully realizing both the land-based component of One Belt, One Road and this maritime component of One Belt, One Road. And so I think if you really want to maximize the gains, maximize the impact of One Belt, One Road from a Chinese perspective, Iran is a critical partner in that endeavor.
Flynt, let me also ask you, Iran calling on China to play a more active role in the fight against ISIL. China has already come out and condemned these terrorist acts. What more does it want?
Well, I think that Iran, of course, appreciates China's status as a permanent member of the UN Security Council and would like it, using that forum to press the fight against the Islamic State. I think that Iran also has, to say the least, a lot of skepticism that the United States is really committed to the fight against the Islamic State. From an Iranian perspective, its major U.S. allies, like Saudi Arabia, in many cases working in collaboration with the United States in places like Libya and Syria, that are most responsible for the existence of the Islamic State in the first place. And so I think that Iran believes it's essential to engage non-Western great powers like Russia, like China, to form what, from an Iranian perspective, might be in some respects a more serious counterterrorism coalition than the one that the United States is ostensibly leading.
Well, Flynt Leverett, thank you so much. Always great to see you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.